Cool Album Covers, episode 12.
Shiny.
What's our first album up today?
Looks like the soundtrack to the Bob Raffleson, Jack Nicholson produced Monkees movie and career suicide, Head.
Also featured Frank Zappa in the movie.
And
just an FYI for people who are collecting FYIs today.
And the greatest of Victor Mature as well.
I had no idea.
He's the one who plays the giant head that they're stuck on when they are dandruff.
Oh.
It is also, for that matter, an endless loop of a story, a never-ending story, if you will. Like, it starts and stops at exactly the same point.
Well.
An awful lot of it is terrible, but there are parts that I love. And the songs themselves are pretty solid. Whatever that song is, Sing Pretty for Daddy or whatever, that's a Harry Nilsson song. That's awesome. And the Porpoise song, that's like...
That was a hit.
You know, I was really thinking I was going to have a lot more... Well, actually, I do have a lot to say about Head, but it has very little to do with the cover.
Oh.
What causes one to put a bunch of shiny foil on their album cover? Like Uriah Heep's Look at Yourself, which actually just has a mirror on the front of it, and Peggy Lee's, I believe it's called Mirrors, that has a big mirror on the front of it. Terrible, terrible looking picture of Peggy Lee.
I don't know, it must be ego, because there was a Mike Patton Phantomos album that he put out. The CD had a shiny Mylar cover.
Ooh.
Yeah, and why not? I guess it's, because you can.
Yeah, and actually I think that is also part of what's going on here with the John Spencer Blues explosion. As John Spencer's egotism grew, he too went down the path of the shiny. This is a pretty good album, but it's definitely the work of a man who is very much in love with the sound of his own voice, and a person who has also learned to love the "thank you very much" joke.
It's one long inside joke set to music. And
yeah.
I think the music's pretty good. I like this album. I have it on Digipack CD, and it's the exact same cover.
Yeah, this falls under the category of albums that, depending on where you find them, either are or are not shiny. I saw a copy of this the other day that is not shiny at all.
Mm-hmm.
Cream's Wheels of Fire is another example. This causes me to note what a stupid band Steppenwolf was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for having kind of a sort of pretentious insider literary name for their band, they were so dumb. All their songs were so dumb. And there are a few that I like that are really catchy, but that does not prevent them from being dumb.
Yeah. Bad Company, Run with the Pack.
Yeah, again, going down the literal path, as I believe you noted.
I don't know if people watching this can see the cover that well, but it's a wolf, and it's feeding her cubs, and one of the cubs is a little human baby, meaning that the baby's going to grow up one day to an adult and find that it lives with wolves.
I assumed that there would be nothing like that involved here, because Bad Company was also not just stupid, but boring. For all those bands that you had to listen to in the 70s, this is perhaps the boringest. And also, for that matter, the song itself, I occasionally play to demonstrate the hopeless sound of classic rock. And, like, if I'm in a bar and I'm like, listen to this, why did somebody commit this to vinyl? The cover of Run with the Pack looks very much like something your stoner older brother would have had on a mirror in his bedroom where he...
Good call.
Yeah. It's
that
like
he won at the county fair.
Yeah.
Let's finish up with this last fantastic shiny cover, 16 Golden Oldies. This is volume 1. People... You cannot even find Golden One on the internet if you do an extensive search.
Yeah.
Anyone's interested in this, please contact me as soon as you can, or sooner.
Yeah, I mean, for something, too, that probably came free when you bought a value combo meal at some local burger emporium in the Midwest in the 70s, it's amazing how rare it is. It's gold.
State prisoners, when they were released, were forced to take one of these copies with them.
$35, a cheap suit, and one copy of 16 Golden Oldies coming up.
On Trip Records.
There's a fair amount of good stuff on this.
Yeah, there was some good songs. Psychotic Reaction. Some of the earlier Turtle songs are on here. There are a couple of Chad and Jeremy songs on here.
And actually, come to think of it, there is that latest of Turtle hits, like Eleanor G, I Think You're Swell, or whatever.
That might be on there.
Where they actually specifically were like, we would like out of this record contract now. And they're like, can't you do a few more songs exactly like Happy Together? Doesn't even matter, you can only kind of change the lyrics, but use the same exact tune. And they're like, yes. And they came back with Eleanor G, I Think You're Swell.
People who hate their record contract. Let's conclude some shiny covers.
Man, I can't see.